Ajuri Ngelale, Senior Special Assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on Public Affairs, says gas is the new oil and future of Nigeria. Ngelale said this in an interview with News Agency of Nigeria in Abuja while speaking on government's efforts at combating climate change issues, particularly gas flaring in the country.
President Muhammadu Buhari has really prioritized a very key adjustment in the oil and gas sector. One of them is that he recognizes, like many developed nations have, that gas is the new oil. Gas is the future. Oil is going to eventually give way to cleaner fuels, wind, biomass, etc., solar, and all of that, electric vehicles and all of that. But we know that gas is going to continue. So he has made a pivot strategically, and to be very specific in what I'm talking about, not only are we concluding the FID on Train 7 of the NLNG, which essentially is going to add almost a third of our gas production to our current gas production when Train 7 is completed under the NLNG. But he has also prioritized new gas pipeline networks. Part of that is to ensure that we are able to effectively export our gas to the Trans-Sahara, to North Africa. Already we have the West African gas pipeline. We're going to connect that up to Morocco, but we want one that's going to go straight up through the Sahara over the next, say, 5 to 10 years. But first, we're prioritizing northern Nigeria and the industrialization that's going to come as a result of that.
Ngelale said gas flaring is not only destroying the environment, but also a waste of resources, which the president has tackled by involving Siemens, a German global engineering outfit. NAN reports that Nigeria's nationally determined contributions, NDCs, recently made under the Conference of Paris Agreement, embodies the country's efforts to reduce national emissions and to adapt to the effects of climate change. If fully implemented, these efforts will pave way for a low-carbon economy and result in about 50% of reduction in emissions. It will also boost economic growth at an average annual rate of 5% by 2030. This represents an important milestone in tackling the challenges of climate change.
The issue of gas flaring has been one that has been with us for a long time. Not only are you destroying the environment, but you're also wasting resources that you could potentially be turning into exports. So what Mr. President has done is he has engaged Siemens, for example, in the Presidential Power Initiative. Siemens is working with us to essentially solve all of the issues from generation to transmission to distribution. But in terms of gas, Siemens is introducing a new technology that is essentially going to bring in some plants, some small plants, what they call conversion plants across the Niger Delta, which is going to take this excess wasted gas that's being flared in various communities. With all of that being done, Mr. President has been very clear that by 2023, gas flaring will have come to an end in Nigeria. It is a priority of this administration, and Mr. President is committed to seeing to the end of it.